I've been a huge proponent for Verus Coin, and what they've been able to accomplish over the past several years has been amazing to see. They've been continually putting out frequent updates, and one of the things that they have strived for since they were created was PBaaS, which is Public Blockchain as a Service. And we'll kind of get into it a little bit in this video. And essentially, it's kind of what Ethereum tried to do with their ERC20 tokens, where anybody could, basically create a token on that network. Well, Verus is taking it quite a bit further, and you're going to be able to, very soon, create your own coin, not just a token, an actual coin, on their blockchain, make it merge mineable with the Verus coin, which is amazing, do swaps, do DeFi, do everything on their network. And it's just spectacular. They also, for a while, have had Verus ID, and they're building upon that as well. And today, they officially released version 1.0.0. Now, Verus has been out since 2018, so it's been out for a while. I've been mining it pretty much consistently since 2019. And today, they finally released version 1.0.0. And this is basically the public blockchain as a service deployment on the network. Now, this is going to be activating on around May 21st. So you still have about a month before it's going to actually activate on Mainnet. But the updated wallet is out, the node software is out, everything's out. And today I just kind of want to walk through the release notes on what it is. Once it officially hits Mainnet, we will be creating a coin and kind of doing a semi-tutorial on how you can do that. We're definitely going to be creating a coin on the network, showing you hopefully how it is merge mineable and some of the key features. So going through the release notes, they talk about what's new. And here it says this release delivers on every part of the vision and most stretch goals either described in the vision paper of June 2018 or ever planned for the public blockchain as a service release. Again, this is huge. We see a lot of projects that have visions and, they're working on them over time. Some of them may expand, their roadmap. However, we kind of see a long-term vision for how things have gone, or how they plan to go. Well, here, the Verus team has basically come out and said, this is not that it's their final product, but basically, this is the product we wanted to build. It's now built. And that's kind of what this release is. So, thanks to the incredible combined efforts of so many people in the community, ranging from development, companies, and projects joining, and their open contributions, and they list a bunch of projects and community members, helping educate others who can contribute as well. We have run these protocols now for years as we've improved them, and all these capabilities will go live on the Verus mainnet on May 21st, 2023, and this is important, right? The activation expected targeting this specific block number, right? So may come a little bit sooner, may come a little bit later. However, Verus is extremely stable network, and so it probably will hit on that date. As a community, we've discussed what the Verus public blockchain as a service protocol can do for years. Now it has existed on testnet for as long as it has. Only those who have been part of these conversations or experiences firsthand have a real sense for how much better the Verus PBaaS is as a solution for, and this is important here, cross-chain, DeFi, decentralized markets, self-sovereign, provable, recoverable IDs, and that is very important, NFT capabilities, anti-phishing, anti-MEV, scale, or just about any of the challenges people have on the crypto platforms today. In fact, as we prepare for activation of this protocol that enables so many new use cases for crypto, not to mention easy onboarding when entrepreneurs discover how to really leverage Verus IDs. And what they mean by this is obviously adoption, right? Public blockchain as a service is so far beyond what people are experiencing on any crypto platform today that it has been easy to dismiss our community as describing the impossible. Once we are live on Mainnet and people can actually use all of this themselves along with every other project, chain, and currency on the public blockchain as a service network, and this is important, and every ERC20 or ERC721 on Ethereum or even bridge to Ethereum. This means that you'll essentially be able to make use of every single token that is on Ethereum or that is on Ethereum Classic. The truth of Verus will be self-evident, and those who build on Verus will more easily build faster, better, more secure apps and services with the possibility of provable identity and privacy. Crowdfunded projects, businesses, economies, and public infrastructure efforts all seamlessly integrate into UIs that do not need business deals, permissions, or any centralized infrastructure to connect services and users, enabling everyone to communicate in provable, private, or public ways that also include bidirectional secure commerce of all kinds. Before we talk about the core capabilities, another topic that comes up, I hear a lot, is nobody should be involved in forks of forks of forks. Right? Everybody always says forks are bad, or it's not always the case. So just to give you guys an understanding, this is technically a fork of a fork in that their code is based on Komodo, which was based on Zcash. Right? So that's kind of where the privacy aspect of it has stemmed from. And they were able to accomplish all of this. Right? They didn't just fork Komodo, throw out a CPU mining algorithm, and that's another part. They created a CPU mining algorithm specific for this coin. They created their own algorithm for the proof of stake side. So they're a hybrid proof of work and proof of stake. And their algo is GPU mineable. However, it is more geared towards CPUs. It's a lot more efficient on CPUs. Nice thing about their algo is it is amazing on Intel CPUs as well as AMD CPUs. It's very much thread specific. It doesn't require, any type of L3 cache or anything to run. It can pretty much be ran on anything. In fact, my entire phone farm is running on Verus coin. Now, there's a lot more to this than just what is here. However, this is kind of the big things that they wanted to hit on. So, public blockchain as a service mainnet activation is going to be on May 21st. It is mandatory. This software, obviously, is mandatory, meaning that you'll need to upgrade this release or a later version before May 21st to stay reliably connected to Mainnet. Testnet will also be reset within the next day, and this release will allow you to connect to the new testnet, which will see as a core development platform and staging area for Verus public blockchain as a service network, and have no plans to reset in any foreseeable future. One of the things I really like about Verus is they leverage their testnet heavily, and they encourage all their developers to leverage it heavily as well. Whenever they're building out changes, they're always encouraging people to go in, build apps, test them. They've gone through tons of rounds of this. If you guys remember back when the Ethereum merge was happening, when they were moving to proof of stake, there was a lot of concerns that a lot of DeFi platforms, other platforms weren't testing their dApps. And really, it's really not on that blockchain development foundation to manage that, right? If you have an app that's running on a platform, it's your responsibility to make sure it's being up to date, things like that. But the Verus team has always been very active in their Discord, pushing out frequent updates, letting everybody know, hey, this new functionality is now available on the testnet. We highly encourage you to go out, test your software, make sure anything's working. If you notice anything, come back to us. I've been really good with that type of thing. Moving on to the Verus Intersystem Protocol. This is a layer 0 multi-chain and interchain protocol. To our knowledge, the Verus Intersystem Protocol is the only fully decentralized provable cross-chain technology available on any network that is based on cryptographic proofs of each chain with optional witnesses to confirm chain state. From what we've been able to learn about Layer 0, Cosmos, Polkadot, Thorchain, and others, the Verus intersystem protocol is different from, though closest in the same ways to Layer 0, it's superior to and more decentralized than any other cross-chain protocols we've seen. We can of course get into any level discussion on the topic, but we expect more descriptions and education material to follow now that the protocol we originally conceived of 5 years ago has been developed and tested for years. The next topic is the Verus ID content multi-maps. Unlimited provable data for every Verus ID. With the public blockchain as a service upgrade, Verus IDs gain a popular new capability that can be used for social networking, voting, oracles, publishing any information, various forms of approval attestations, ratings, and much, much more. With the scalability of PBaaS and Verus ID content multi-maps together, the Verus public blockchain as a service network becomes the most scalable, permissionless, provable source of human data from which AIs can learn about humanity and the world. We don't believe anything else even comes close, and with the recent rise of AI, it feels great to have this come together as a core original goal, once again 5 years ago, at a very appropriate and important time in history. Whether you're looking to crowdfund an effort in a manner much like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, sell identities to which you expect to add value, or that are sub-IDs of a very cool root ID, or launch an entirely new blockchain economy and blockchain that starts with all of the Verus technology and a bridge to Verus and Ethereum from day one. Verus is probably the best platform for you. In fact, as we plan for the next testnet, and we wanted to have our own version of DAI to use in the bridge. Since we want only decentralized currencies in the live mainnet bridge, we used a command to launch a token on the old testnet, exported it, and all of it's applied to Ethereum securely on the existing bridge. And that will be the DAI proxy that we'll use on the new testnet. It saved us all some time, proving that Verus public blockchain as a service will also be the easiest, most efficient way to launch even on an Ethereum ERC20, whether that ERC20 represents a token, DeFi basket, or even another public blockchain as a service blockchain. Now let's talk about the bridge. So shortly after public blockchain as a service activates on Mainnet, the Ethereum bridge will launch as a decentralized gateway and one-to-one provably mapped currency called VETH on the Verus network. Also available to all public blockchain as a service chains, the Ethereum bridge will also include 100% backed basket of 33% ETH, 33% Ethereum, and 33% DAI, which will have the following functions. Auto conversion of fees from Verus to Ethereum when sending cross-chain based on the auto chain conversion price in the liquidity basket. Permissionless ability to register the VETH IDs, which in addition to the normal sub-ID capability of creating a single token that has control over the ID and can be exported to Ethereum as an automatic ERC721 NFT, can alternatively be used to create a mapped currency, which can be provably mapped one-to-one to any ERC20 currency on the Ethereum network by exporting it to the VETH bridge. Only Verus root IDs and IDs of a gateway can create mapped currency to a gateway, including the bridge converter. The VETH bridge will launch as other currencies chains, and gateways can launch including the bridge converter. When the bridge launches, the contracts will have a surplus of Verus that comes from the fees paid to launch the gateway. In the protocol, that surplus is first used to solve the chicken and egg problem of none of one currency on the other chain. The contracts will cover the Verus fees for all sends from the Ethereum for the bridge converter launches. The liquidity basket becomes active and the bridge recognizes that launch. Once that happens, the remainder of half the fees, which is 5,000 Verus, that are left over from the launch and did not go to miners or stakers or pay Verus fees. Another technology and solution unique to Verus, the Verus fee pool technology, goes live with public blockchain as a service. What this means is that as people use the cross-chain DeFi or purchase register IDs on the network, the miner or staker will put all the fees into the on-chain fee pool and then take 1/100th of the pool in addition to the block reward. This means that mining is going to become more profitable because you're now basically being able to mine a portion of those fees. This gives everyone incentive to still prioritize transactions based on fees while preventing validators from gaming the fee system by washing fees in versus fees out or working the reorg rewind to capture a particularly juicy block. Instead, this technology aligns validator incentives with the health, proper operation of the network and creates a circular on-chain economy that can last well beyond block rewards. So as I mentioned, this is going to allow you to make more than what you're making, but it also keeps it pretty much fair in that there's no incentive for prioritizing high transaction fees versus low transaction fees, those types of things, right, that we saw were happening on Ethereum, where the pools themselves are actually readjusting their mempool to prioritize those higher fee transactions. For those who understand the challenges actual users have in crypto today, this release represents a historic move forward in public cryptographic networks and incredibly and actually neutral infrastructure for society-wide human and AI collaboration and learning. As a community, this version really does realize the vision laid out in the original Verus vision paper, and at the same time provides much more than was described there. We're a community of individuals, and it is only because of that we were able to have all arrived here together. The rest of the world is stuck on their Munchausen's protocols, trying to figure out how to share the front-running and back-running spoils taken from users, but Verus activation gives them a better path forward. As always, we do not promise, we describe a vision, and welcome contributors from everywhere. Now that we as a community have delivered on the original phases of the vision together, it is time for all of us to consider what we might want to build over the incredible GeoScale ID-enabled fully decentralized platform. Our next efforts across the community should be to realize the promise of this network and the use cases we created. Use cases that we will have an advantage creating on Verus over any other platform because it really is that much better. And some additional capabilities that they wanted to advertise are the on-chain launches of token, centralized currency, and liquidity basket. The next one, which is what I'm super excited about, is the on-chain launches and merge mining of independent, connected, interoperable blockchains without programming. This means that you can basically create your own coin on the Verus network, and it can be merge mined with the Verus coin. This is a game changer in that I can essentially leave my phone farm mining, Verus, and I could easily merge mine, additional coins. If I spin up my own coin that's merge mineable, I can essentially merge mine it. And we could get to the point where pools that support Verus coin, like Luck Pool, like Zerg Pool, could be adding all these other merge mined coins, and all of a sudden we're looking at, what I covered, I think last week I did a video on mining Dutch, where with script mining, you can essentially merge mine 10 to 15 coins at the same time. We could get to the point on Verus where you are merge mining lots of coins at the same time, and you're able to support all those networks at the same time with the same hardware with no additional power consumption. And last but not least, on-chain self-sovereign, provable identities, NFTs, and individual or organizational profiles. And then they also are working on their marketplace, right, so for NFTs. And so they're essentially going to try to launch a way to buy and sell Verus IDs on-chain, as well as NFTs, advertising, things like that.